Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. And welcome to a Saturday stream. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is, whatever day it is. I hope that the weekend is treating you well, and thanks for coming to join me on a Saturday for some more XCOM 2 as we get ready to put more boot it's too early in the stream for me to be having these kind of problems. As we get ready to put boot to Alamau ass, perhaps for the last time today, maybe not. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We will see. We will see how that goes. But we are incredibly close to the end of our XCOM 2 campaign. We have the door open to the final mission, and we could potentially complete the campaign at any time, although there are a few loose ends that I figure we want to tie up before we get to that point. So don't worry, chat. Don't worry. There's still plenty of Alamau ass to be kicked. But again, thank you for coming to join me on a Saturday. Always glad to see you guys. Thanks for turning out as always. Hopefully you've been having a good weekend so far, and hopefully the week was, well, I'm not going to say good, because I don't think anybody wants to work for a living, but hopefully at least you had a decent enough week. I said on the Twitter machine, it was a week in the salt mines. But yeah, the weekend is here, and I'm glad it's here. I'm glad to see you guys. Glad to be hanging out with you again. And we are going to get into it as we have been doing. So chat, there has been some discussion about the campaign, about what we're going to do here, and what comes next. So I wanted to discuss that with you guys here at the beginning. Did I miss the sub bullshit call out? You did not, Wasteland. Don't worry. We just now got started. But I wanted to give you guys some time, and I wanted to talk about it first before we get started. So we could potentially, I said this before, it's been on the table since last stream, but we could potentially finish up the campaign. Now, I've said before that I have another game planned, and of course, I have staunchly refused to tell you guys what the new game is going to be. And that is still the case. However, I would not be playing that new game today just because there's a little more sound balancing and stuff that I need to do with that game in order to make sure that it's still working. With that being said, I do have something in mind if we wrap up the campaign early today, just, like just something to kill some time at the end of the stream. So don't feel like we have to play it to get to the next game, because that's not going to happen today. No matter what. But there is some other stuff that we could potentially do, just again, as a fun little thing to try out before we move on. So, I'm not gonna lie, chat. I didn't play Kingdom Come Deliverance, the first one. But I have been watching people play the second one, and I feel like it's calling to me. Now, for reasons that I'm not gonna go into, I can't really afford to buy the game right now, but I feel it calling to me. Like, there's just something about it where I'm like, man, I really want to play that game. It looks like a lot of fun. So hopefully it will be good. But I mean, just from watching some other streamers play it, it looks like a lot of fun. I mean, it's definitely janky because, Euro jank is a thing, but I'm okay with that. I don't mind Euro jank. But then, that just goes on the long list of games that I want to play that have come out recently that I haven't had a chance to play. I still want to play Clans. Even though I know the reception has turned a little frosty on that game, I still want to play it just so they can say that I played it. Obviously, I still got to play Stalker 2. Now there's Kingdom Come Deliverance on the list of things to play. We got Monster Hunter Wilds coming up at the end of this month. So, I mean, I don't know how I feel about Wilds. I was talking about on the Discord, like, the bow guns in Wilds just didn't feel very good during the performance test. And I hope that they fix that, but just, yeah, it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good. I'm a shooter. I like to shoot. And I've always been a bowgun player in the Monster Hunter franchise. Well, for as long as bowguns have existed in the franchise. But World was the first game in the series where they felt really good to play, and that was not the case in Wilds. So, but let's see if you ever want to do that wing here, put a specialty does. Yes, now the butcher or something. I mean, we could do that. We could potentially do that. Yeah, Hairflex. I know everybody's been saying like there's a lot of flashbacks and stuff in Kingdom Come 2, and like, but don't get me wrong. Like, I am familiar with Kingdom Come Deliverance. I did watch several people play through the original game way back in like 2018, 2019. So like I'm aware of the story and the characters and things like that. So I wouldn't be going in blind. I just never actually played the games. Or the game, since there was only the one. But either way, I'm not a total stranger to the Kingdom Come franchise. Yeah, so many games, so few Saturdays. That's true. That's true. And that's the other thing is like I've said before, I don't actually get the chance to play games a whole lot outside of the stream, so like I spend more time on Saturdays playing games with you guys than I typically do over the course of the entire rest of the week. So Saturdays are mostly my game time. Clans is still fun. Wait for the Indiana Jones patch. See, I Indiana Jones was fun to watch. I enjoyed watching other people play through that game, but it wasn't really my kind of game. Like I just it did not speak to me. And that's not to say that it was bad. It just wasn't for me, unfortunately. Um so it looked good, it sounded good. I mean, props to Troy Baker. He did an outstanding job emulating young Harrison Ford. Well, I say young, he was like in his 40s when he was playing Indiana Jones. But yeah, like Troy Baker did an outstanding job with his Indiana Jones impression. It is sometimes almost a spot on impression of the man. So it's very impressive. And he captures the essence of the character. The game does a very good job of capturing that kind of, I don't know, that I don't want to say naive wonder, but that more, like the golden age, the heroic age kind of storytelling. So it's good. I thought it was good. Not good enough to buy. Certainly not good enough to spend $70 on. But it was definitely a fun watch. Erst says bowguns have always been shit. You take that back, sir. You take that back. No, listen, I understand that bowguns in Monster Hunter have always been sort of an acquired taste, and that's definitely not what the combat is built around, right? Like, the combat is built around stuff like the greatsword and the insect glaive and the double knives and, that kind of stuff. Like, it's built around the big flashy melee weapons where you have to get in close and, you gotta chop up well, I hesitated to call them dinosaurs, the monsters. But, like, the bowguns are definitely not the centerpiece of the gameplay. And I get that. I've said before, like, they're the redheaded stepchild in the franchise. Like, they exist. And they do have their uses, but they're definitely not the main reason that people show up to a Monster Hunter game. Now, I enjoyed Monster Hunter World because it was the first game that made playing bowguns not completely shit. And again, it feels like I had heard Rise had kind of backpedaled on that a little bit, and it feels like whatever they did to the bowguns in Rise, they've kind of just continued that into Wilds. And I don't like that. I don't like that. That's not to say that I'm gonna play Wilds. I'm sure I will, but it's weird. It's weird. I just like for a thing that they continue to put in the games, it's like, are they just putting it in because they want you to have a shitty weapon? Like, do they want bad weapons so that the good ones feel better or feel stronger? I'm not entirely sure. It's weird. Like, if they don't want to have guns in the game, don't put guns in the game. It seems pretty simple to me. But that's just my opinion, of course. Like, it's I'm a very, well, you say it's a skill trap, Ernst, but I was very good with bow guns. And I was one of the few people I knew that was. Like, pretty much no one else I ever played with used bow guns. And yet I was the best person I knew with them, to the point where people actually wanted me to play with them because I was very good with bow guns. But I also like playing support roles, and that's kind of what the bow gun is. It's more of a support role, although it's not dedicated support like I forget what they call it. I call it the bagpipes because it looks like bagpipes, but the musical instrument thing, the bard thing. But I like playing support roles, and the bow gun was very much that. It was a way to draw aggro at range. It was a way to keep up consistent damage at range. It was, a way to have utility that most other weapons and players didn't necessarily have. The hunting horn, there you go. I still call it the bagpipes because it looks like bagpipes. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I hope that it's the same in Wilds, but it didn't feel the same, so I don't know. We will see. We will see. But either way, that's a long way off because I have other things going on that are going to prevent me from devoting hundreds of hours to Monster Hunter, which I would love to do, but I'm not going to be able to. But anyway, chat. Anyway. And so here we are, back in the Avenger. Actually, why? That's why, because I still have the game audio muted. There we go. Now you guys should have game audio. There we go. But here we are, back in the Avenger, back where we left off last time around. So for those of you that were not here for the end of the stream, I'll do my normal recap. We got out here somewhere. Here we have a supply raid, Operation Battle C, down here in somewhere in the vicinity of Rio. Yeah, clearly XCOM doesn't know where Chile is, but either way, we're in the vicinity of Rio, to do a supply run or a supply raid. So that's the first thing on the docket. After that, we have not only one more black site to take out, but then of course we do have the final mission here, or what I believe is the final mission, if I remember correctly. And I have not seen Oxford, so they would definitely be the person to confirm on this. But I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, when we start this mission, it's a two-parter, and that's pretty much the end of the game. So basically, we're going to do two missions simultaneously, where we're going to pick a squad that needs to take out we're going to pick a squad that needs to take out the network tower, and then that leads directly into the final mission where we actually go through the gate and, I guess, blow things. I'm not entirely sure why the last mission is the last mission, but it is. So I'm pretty sure that's how it plays out. I don't remember exactly. It has been a while since I did a full playthrough of XCOM 2, but I'm pretty sure that's how it ends. So we've got, for sure, 3 ops that we can do today, and I'm actually okay with just going for it. Going balls deep, chat. So obviously the supply raid we have to take care of, because if we don't, then we're going to get penalized. The black site is kind of optional. We don't have to do the black site, but we could. So before we do that, let's head back to the barracks. Let's have a look at everything. Now, we did get ourselves some tactical nukes, chat, for those of you that forgot. Now, we are working on another one. I think this is our 3rd nuke. No, this is our 2nd nuke. And then we have a 3rd one on the way. And we're definitely taking tactical nukes on the final mission. We've already had this discussion. I didn't spend all this time gathering up all the resources and everything so that we can not take the nukes on the final mission. So we gotta spend at least enough time to get those tactical nukes finished, and then we're going hard. We're gonna go hard, chat. Does it count as war crimes if it's against the A's? Well, you know, Erst would say no, because technically they're not human, and war crimes only apply to humans. So, I mean, I'm inclined to agree. Let's not forget, chat, we gotta check out the engineering and see who Shen is simping for today, and I think based on the color, yep. Shen is simping for Sierra today. Look at that man. Look at that man in his pink tiger stripe camouflage. It's understandable. It's understandable. I mean, I can understand why she'd be hot for Sierra. And Cody showing up in the chat as well with our boss lady. Good to see you, Cody. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you don't have work today, but always glad to see you either way. Hopefully the weekend has been good for you so far. But yeah, so apparently Jotun is going to be fighting with Shen. Which, I mean, maybe it's a slap fight? I don't know. I'm not sure how Jotun fights. Yes to both. Well, glad that things have been going good so far, but sorry that you're going to have to work. But, you know how it is. I've always said, chat, my heart goes out to anybody that has to work for a living on the weekends, because that's no good. I wish everybody could have the weekends off, but the world would cease to function. So, hats off to the folks that make the sacrifice so that the world can keep spinning on Saturdays and Sundays. And Avelian as well rolling into the chat saying, I hope you're having a good Saturday. Well, same to you as well, Avelian. Good to see you again. Thanks for joining us on the live stream. And Croyd as well in the chat. Croyd, look. We got new emotes, man. You don't have to do that now. Now, let me see. We can do this. There we go. There we go. That's a free emote, by the way, so you don't even have to be subbed to the channel to use that one. Because salutes are important. Salutes are important, chat, so there you go. And Han Cholo as well, coming into the chat with a hey Maria. Hey chat, good to see you, Han Cholo. Thanks for joining us also. Always glad to have you. But anyway, so we have a couple of things that we can get knocked out, chat, but let's have a look at the barracks. Let's see what the state of our soldiers is, because we got a couple of our hero units on covert actions. We got Jotun going through some physical conditioning, but aside from that, everybody's ready to go, chat. So I think we've got 3 squads. I think we've got 3 good squads, chat. So, let's take care of the supply raid. That's the whole reason of ending the stream with an op in the chamber, is so we can get to it right away. I say that. We've been live for an hour, and we're only just now getting to the mission. So, we're gonna do the supply raid. We got, God bless it. We already know we have Lost on the mission, so we're probably gonna be bringing Yas now along with us. But then what else do we have? We've got a Snake, some Elite Mutons, a Spectre, don't like that, a Gunner, a Mech, a Sectopod, more Snakes, a Grenadier, a Commando, and of course a couple of Chrysalids, because we recently triggered the Dark event that makes Chrysalids just randomly be on pretty much every mission right now. The unsub get to enjoy free emotes for 30 seconds before getting slapped with subs. That's true. You guys are pretty predictable in that regard. Have a week. Before my return to work, recovering from surgery was annoying. Well, glad that everything worked out as far as the surgery goes, Bob, but I know the feeling of being restless when you've been at home, when you've been cooped up for so long. You know, haven't been unemployed for an extended period of time. I can definitely relate to that. You kind of just go crazy, and it feels good to finally get back to work. But glad that the surgery worked out for you. Wasteland says, save me for going through the gate. I didn't do all those spec apps before getting on the Avenger for nothing. I mean, you say that, Wasteland. We'll see. We will see. But let's get Operation Battle Sea underway, chat.
Commander, you should be aware. We're detecting lost activity in this area.
Thanks,
Our forces
Tigan.
will need to be especially vigilant.
Alright, let's make sure that we pull all the equipment off of these folks. Let me see. Koloski, I'm gonna need that war suit and the shotgun and my acid bomb. It's a little bit of a ritual at this point. Let me see, who else? Alright, Max, damn it. Need to take your stuff as well. Cody with his brand new look as well. We're gonna take your stuff. Actually, I need that gun too. We got Wasteland Wanderer. I think, is that everybody? I feel like that's everybody. Well, I mean, technically we gotta take the gun from Elijah. I think that's everybody. Okay, yeah, that is everybody. Alright, so, get out of here, Sierra. Let's see, who are we sending in, chat? Who are we sending in? Rocking the hobo chic. Yeah, that's what Cody asked for. He wanted a wanderer type of look, so I went with the hobo chic. That was what I had in my head when he gave me that description. Max says, apologies to whoever gets my stuff. I was eating Cheetos. I mean, are you trying to tell me that you don't do your post-mission weapon and equipment maintenance, Max? Because that could be 10 lashes. Let's see, Chad. Let's see. Who have we not taken out in a while? I'll tell you what, we haven't taken Thanosi on a trip in a while, so I think it's a good opportunity to get him out on the field. If we're going to be taking Thanosi, then obviously we want to make sure that we're bringing his buddy, who is Soldier Fuck Murder, General Quarters. Another name we haven't had on the mission for quite some time. I kind of want to take Yes now on this, but at the same time, I also kind of want to give some of our other troops a chance to get some experience, because we do still have the thing where we get instant headshots. So because this is a supply raid, it might be better to take most of the people towards the bottom of the roster, honestly. So let's take Serini. If we're taking Serini, then that means no Carrion is coming along as well. And then who else do we have down here? We got Max, we got Sierra. We can't take Sierra because Jotun is still out. Although, to be fair, because we have not only a Sectopod, but mechs, it might actually be a good idea to bring a hacker, and the only other dedicated hacker that I think we have is Croyd. So even though they're a little bit higher rank, it might not be the worst idea. Alright, let's take Croyd, and then if we're gonna take Croyd, they already are pretty close to having a bond with Grendler, so let's just try to reinforce that, and we'll send Grendler as well. Alright, so let's get all of our people equipped. If you're going with a flamethrower, then you're taking a war suit. We'll give you the superior flamethrower. I feel like... What is the rest of your stuff? Because here, I think we give you the Skulljack for extra hacking. And then for the rocket launcher, instead of that... I mean, I know the auto-pulsar isn't that good, but the ability for a person with a flamethrower to attack at range consistently is a pretty good deal, I think. Instead of the blast canister, let's go with the blue screen. Chat, what do you think? Do we do the blue screen canister, or do we just go with the acid? Because the acid is really good against armor, and we can still put blue screen rounds on somebody. So we'll still have that really good impact against mechanical units. Lord Lurker said acid is more multi-purpose. This is true. This is true. I feel like the acid canister is just better overall. Because the blue screen is only going to work against mechanical units, whereas the acid can do damage to everything. Gremlin. I mean, we don't need the gremlin to hack. Although it may not be the worst idea, all things being considered. Yeah, maybe we give them the gremlin so they can do the remote hacking. Because otherwise, like, without the gremlin, I don't know if Croyd can even hack the robots. That might be an issue. So yeah, we'll go with the gremlin just to make sure. I'm not entirely sure how that works. And Vio says, "Hi, sorry I'm late." Well, as always, I'm gonna say you're not late, Vio. You arrive precisely when you mean to. Nobody is ever late to the stream. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I like to give our flamethrower folks the war suit because they have to get up close and personal. But at the same time, it just doesn't feel like a good fit for Croyd, to be honest with you. Well, we'll go with it. I'm not gonna waffle forever about it. We're gonna make a decision. Let's see, for Thanosi, what do we want to give him? Obviously a shredder gun. And if we're gonna do a shredder gun, I mean, maybe we do 2 shredder guns? Or, because he's got the ordnance launcher, maybe we give him the EMP bomb. Let's see, EMP bomb, I'll do a frost bomb, and then let's do a gas bomb. We'll make Thanosi our big grenade, our grenade utility guy. Let's see. We need to look at Grendler as well, who's got the Icarus armor. So we will give you medkits, because mo medkits, mo better. We're gonna give you the blue screen rounds, because that's gonna be devastating at range. And then... oh, we've already got 2 tactical nukes, chat. And then we'll give you the acid bomb for your grenade. Let's see, for Soul Shitter Fuck Murder, our man. Yes? With the rocket launcher out here in the field. Lord Lurkit says, "Be brave, make your flamer guys go in wearing just their underoos." Oh no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Only actually started caring about my character when Boss said it was changing how she saw snipers. Low level, they suck ass, but stacking some of the later abilities. Yeah, I mean, for those of you that have not been watching, like, regularly, Grendler has become a fucking beast. Like, I did not like snipers in XCOM 2 until this playthrough. And honestly, I think it's because of the Amalgamation mod. Because the way that the Amalgamation mod does skill trees and adds a lot of skills that snipers don't necessarily get a chance to use, like, you can get some really good snipers. So, I apologize for having slept on snipers for so long. And Fool gifting a sub to Lord Lurker 101. Lord Lurker, welcome to the cult of bad tactical decisions, where we have only one flavor of Kool-Aid, but it is Ecto Cooler. And of course, Fool, thank you for the gifted sub. You do not have to do that, but I appreciate it. Let's see, if we're gonna do an Illyrium rocket launcher with Soul Shitter Fuck Murder, we have to take the nuke, right? Tactical nuke has to be armed before it can be fired. Once armed, requires 2 actions to fire. Once armed, the nuke cannot be disarmed, and it will detonate automatically in 3 turns. Unlike grenades, most rockets can veer off and miss, and this also incurs a mobility penalty, which is kind of shit, because his mobility is only 12, so that's not great. Let me see. I think we go with, again, a med kit, because mo med kit's mo better. And then let's make sure that we get Serini all stacked up. Give you the fancy rifle. You need the blaster gauntlets. And if we're doing the blaster gauntlet, let me make sure that we give you some venom rounds. And I think a med kit. Again, mo med kits, mo better. And then no carrion, who's also going to be getting that. Let me see. Who has got... Somebody has got my other flamethrower. Who has my other flamethrower? There you are. Ro has the other flamethrower. So there we go. Then we'll give no carrion the acid canister, as you do. Instead of the rocket launcher, we give you the shredder gun. And then because you're already, I mean, wait a minute, hold on. Is it no carrion? Who is it that had the freaking healing grenades? It is no carrion. Okay, I'm not crazy. I was like, somebody had the smoke grenades that heal people. And it turns out it was no carrion, so I had completely forgotten about that. But there we go. Yeah, and see, he was saying it in the chat, I just wasn't paying attention. Alright. Chat, I think we're all set up. I think we're ready to go, chat. Alright, Chad, let's make it hot.
Sky Ranger deployed. Squad green to deploy.
Throwable healing parts. I mean, yeah, that's not the worst way to describe it. That's pretty much what it is, yeah. Alright, Chad, here we go. Operation Battle C. We're doing a supply run. XCOM, are you okay? There we go. I guess it's the first op, so it took a minute.
Resistance contacts sent word of an Advent troop transport they managed to disable in this area, and the aliens have apparently struggled to get it moving again. This is our chance to strike. Anything we can recover from that transport will be a boost to our efforts. Move in and secure the surrounding area. Eliminate all hostile contacts with extreme prejudice.
Alright, so remember, chat, we learned last
The
time.
Advent troop transport is nearby. Engage and eliminate all hostile forces.
As I expected, Commander, there are significant readings indicative of the Lost moving throughout the combat zone. Be careful out there.
Oh, this is a relatively narrow map, because that's pretty much it. It's probably gonna be a long map. But remember, chat, we found out the hard way last time around. That even though Grendler has... Let's see, where is Grendler here? So Grendler has the Icarus suit that will let them fly. Okay, there we go. So it does actually have a thing that shows up and says ×2. I don't know if that was there last time and I just completely missed it, or if that was not there and now suddenly it is showing up. But don't forget, Grendler cannot jump forever, but it's still a really good ability. So I think let's just take it slow. We'll move up and see what we can find.
That's affirmative.
Okay, we're not seeing anything.
That's affirmative.
Troubleshooter says the Lost are about to be found out. Puts on sunglasses. Listen. David Caruso, you ain't, buddy.
I'm going in.
Oh. Alright. We ran into a chrysalid. So that's a thing we're gonna have to deal with. No carrion. Not really any good places for you to be. I'll tell you what. See, here's my problem. I want to put Grendler on the roof so that they can overwatch. The only problem is, if I jump Grendler up here, then the chrysalid is going to get spotted, and then it's going to immediately charge him and probably hit him. And I just don't want to deal with that right now, if I'm being honest. So I think we need to move our people in such a way that we can try to cover for that chrysalid. God, but that, like, the way this terrain is set up...
Moving to designated position.
The way this terrain is set up is just not conducive to, like, tactical movement here. I mean, I guess we can move Serini here and put him on Overwatch. So we'll do an Overwatch here. I mean... Chet, do you remember where the chrysalid was exactly? Because I could try to take him with a grenade. We could try to take him for a grenade. Let's just do this. I'll tell you what, we'll go with Overwatch on Thanosi. No carrion. I hate to do this to you, buddy, but I'm gonna send you out first. Because you're a medic? Oh, no, you're not. You're just a flamethrower guy. Shit. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna use no carrion as bait. I thought about it.
Okay.
Alright, as much as I don't like the idea. Are you fucking serious, game? Tell you what, chat. Tell you what. I'm not letting XCOM do me like that. I am not letting XCOM do me like that. Not with the Icarus suit. I will absolutely do this turn over again.
Got it covered.
Now, I will try to emulate as much of what I did as I can. As much as I can remember, anyway. Let me see. And then we had... I think it was Serini here.
Good.
No carrion. I think I moved up to here?
Already there.
Yeah, no, I already knew that guy was there. Thank you, though. So let's go ahead and we'll put Thanosi on Overwatch. General quarters was here.
Keep pushing forward.
Then we had Serini on Overwatch. Now. Because apparently there's no fucking confirmation. Okay, there we go. See, this is the dialogue that it did not fucking give me. Like, when you hit the Icarus jump, it's supposed to give you the opportunity to decide where to put it. And it didn't do that. I just... Or maybe I just clicked through it too fast. I don't know. But that like I said, I'm not gonna let XCOM do me like that this early in the stream. So let's get Grendler where we want him. Again, the chrysalid is probably going to freak out. Or not. Okay, well, if that's the case... I mean, to be fair, we're still in concealment. We don't actually have to take the shot. Nah. I mean, we gotta kick this off sometime. We might as well do it now.
No longer our concern. An unwelcome interruption.
And the big time critical right off the bat. Alright, I see a couple of mutons and a snake. Alright, now we gotta deal with the Lost as well. That's okay. That's okay. Now that we know what we're dealing with. Let's go ahead and get the no-see over here, get us some visibility on the enemy. Outstanding. And then, I don't think we're gonna watch, well, I mean, we could. Let's see, how big is the radius on the gas bomb? I mean, we could get both of those mutons, and apparently the gas bomb also takes care of their armor? That might draw in more Lost, but... I'm actually okay with that. Like, that's not the worst play in the world.
Grenade out!
Alright, general quarters. Yeah? You're not gonna be able to see shit from there. Let's see, do we have any windows that face in that direction? We do. Outstanding. Alright. And Postal Trout gifted 2 subs. This time to Conwin and Fluffy Sauce. Thank you, Postal Trout, for the 2 gifted subs. And Conwin and Fluffy Sauce. I like that name, by the way. I don't know what Fluffy Sauce is, but it sounds sweet. I like it. Anyway, Conwin and Fluffy Sauce, welcome to the cult of bad tactical decisions, where we have only one flavor of Kool-Aid, but it is Ecto Cooler. And again, thank you, Postal Trout, for the generosity. You do not have to do that, but I appreciate it all the same.
What's the point of this?
The point is, you do what I say. Don't worry about it. I kind of want to move up, but I don't want my people to get flanked. And I don't think there's a way to get up there and not get flanked. I'm also afraid of potentially triggering more pods. But I don't think we have anybody with run and gun. So we're just gonna have to do this the ugly, dirty way.
Affirmative.
Oh. Alright, unfortunately, Grendler from this angle... Like, I was expecting there to be more enemies over here in the corner, and there definitely were not, so... Grendler is not going to be nearly as useful on this rooftop as I hoped that they would be. I mean, that's not to say that I can't keep them here, because they could still be good as we move forward. But part of me kind of wants to move them down. Just to put them in a better position. Like, elevation is good because of the line of sight, though. That's the thing. I just don't know how much line of sight they're going to have in this direction. I'll tell you what. I'll give them... I'll go long watch. Just in case the mutons try to advance. And Dark Naze gifting a sub this time to Zombie Wolf 9000. That's a pretty edgy name right there. Zombie Wolf, welcome to the cult of bad tactical decisions. And Dark Naze, thank you for the gifted sub. You do not have to do that, but I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, no cover on the house. That's part of the problem. That is part of the problem. We still haven't run into any mechs or other mechanical units yet, so I'm also reluctant to group too many people around this car, because if they decide to grenade the damn thing, that's going to be unfortunate. So let's go ahead and get Croyd to a tree. We'll try to keep our people spread out so we don't get grenaded. Serini, again, I'm gonna have you hang back and overwatch, just so that we've got some kind of cover fire. Poison damage is doing its thing. Alright, the snake is gonna fall back even further. And those personal shields. Kind of annoying. Aw, they're gonna suppress my mans? Alright, well apparently General Quarters is not fucking around. I'm reluctant to chase this snake because I don't want to get stuck with another pod. So let's see what we can do here. Now that wasn't even a crit Shinigami, that was just a regular ass shot. Serini, you definitely need to vacate because you are about to get gat. This is not an ideal position, however, okay, that is the guy that's shooting at Thanosi.
Absolutely.
So if I take the shot at the guy that's shooting at Thanosi, we could potentially get a good hit on him, and then that will break the suppression, which will then give Thanosi the opportunity to kind of go crazy. 75% chance to hit, though. That's not great odds. What does triangulate do? So if I remember right, whenever somebody attacks Thanosi, he gets a thing that like gives everybody an aim bonus against them. Let me see. Yeah, whenever you're attacked, the squad gains plus 10 aim against that target on the following turn. That's what triangulate is. So it's a good tank ability because it incentivizes putting Thanosi in the ship. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the Lost alive for now. It's not great odds, but I'm gonna take this shot. Come on, Serini, you can do it. Outstanding.
That hurt.
Outstanding. Suppression removed. Alright, so that means our mans is gonna be able to do exactly what he needs to do. And I'm debating on how I want to do that. I mean, we could taunt. Yeah. We'll go ahead and taunt. Because not only does it incentivize enemies to attack him, it also gives him plus 50 dodge. So now that we've done that, let's take this big shot. Actually, you know what? It might be worth it to take it at this other guy. Nah, guns off the field. Guns off the field. I was hoping for a little more damage than that, but we'll take it. We will take it. Unfortunately, General Quarters is not going to be able to get close enough and also have a shot because he doesn't have run and gun. So I think I'll continue to keep him on Overwatch in case they want to try to advance on us. Now I gotta do something about this snake though. And Grendler's also gonna have to move because they're just... they don't have a shot, unfortunately. So, Grendler, can you... okay, you can't get there. But you can get here.
Press the attack.
So let's do that. We'll go ahead and get down. And then hopefully next turn, Grendler will actually be able to do some work. Now, again, we gotta deal with this friggin' snake. This sneaky snake. And no matter what we do, it's kind of a shitty situation. Because he just got the smoke bomb. Like, this is the problem, is that both of the people on this side of the map are our flamethrower people. So they don't exactly have a lot of range. No, Carrion might be able to get a shot from there. Can I select Croyd, please? Thank you. Okay, so Croyd cannot get to this rock. So I guess we try to move No Carrion here. Hopefully he'll be able to take a shot at this snake. Okay, we can indeed.
Firing incendiary.
Please don't miss, No Carrion. Outstanding. Outstanding. There we go. Snake kebabs for everyone. And then let's go ahead and get Croyd up here. They're in full cover, so hopefully that'll be enough. Poison's still doing work. Unfortunately, that's going to draw in more Lost, which is not great. Alright, what do you plan? What do you got?
Well, that could have been bad.
Alright. That 50 dodge didn't amount to a whole lot, apparently. Good to know. That's a lot of zombie boys.
Good riddance.
It's a lot of zombie boys. Alright. Now. The nosy, I think it's time to advance, buddy.
Moving.
And then we're gonna take a shot. Honestly, I think we take a shot at this Muton. Hopefully we get some big damage. Get some big damage on this Muton. I'll take it. 11 damage critical. That is more than I could have hoped for. General quarters. I kind of want to know where those Lost are. So here's what we'll do.
Not a problem.
Here's what we'll do. No Carrion, if you would please give me some barbecue. Apparently I cannot barbecue the Muton without also hitting my tree, which is not great. So I'm trying to figure out, oh, it's because the tree is hanging down. That's not great. That's not great. We're just gonna have to do it anyway. We're just gonna have to do it anyway. Alright, we'll do that. And then Croyd, you are in a good position to... apparently not a good position to torch this other guy? Like, he's just somehow right on the edge of your range. That is not good. Well, you know what? You do have the auto gun, though. And if it hits, that should do enough damage to kill. Let's roll the dice. Let's roll the dice. Well, there you go. Croyd killed him so hard, he froze in place. That's always a good sign. Alright, with those donkeys out of the way, then I think the next move is I gotta get general quarters up here
On my way.
so we can see what we're dealing with in terms of the Lost. Okay, we got quite a few of them, but thankfully, my man's has got the precision rifle from the Lost. I'm sorry, from the Chosen. So he should be able to wipe all these guys out pretty easily. Yeah, instant rigor mortis for the mutant.
I'm getting better at this.
And apparently, General Quarters is incapable of doing less than 10 damage.
Expect nothing less. Enemy down.
Alright, there we go. Let's do a reload.
Go.
Serini, you're in pretty good shape, so go ahead and move up for me. And then Grendler once again. I feel like we'll just kind of keep you where we're... Well, you know what? I don't know what kind of line of sight Grendler's gonna have out of that window. That's my problem. I tell you what. How much health is... Okay. This is really dumb. But I kind of want to put... I want to put Grendler back on the roof. Because they get all sorts of bonuses when they're on high ground. So even though they don't have cover, I'm just going to hope that, like, them being so far away will stop them from getting hit. I'm hoping XCOM does not fuck me on this. I mean, look, Grendler, if I could have you take a prone stance, I would absolutely do it.
Ready to be unleashed.
But that's just not a thing in this game. Okay, we got some more Lost. I don't even know where the hell they came from.
I need healing.
That's about 10 different flavors of bullshit right there. Yeah, like that muton is legit just like in the ready position but dead. Alright, let's see. No carrion, where you at, buddy? Because you can actually get up to this tree.
Sure thing.
So go ahead and move up for me. Where? Oh, it's literally right on top of us. I was like, where's the Lost?
Scanning.
Because it turns out I was the asshole the entire time. Let me see. Who's close to leveling up? I mean, General Quarters is pretty close. Sereni's also pretty close. I'll have Sereni clear cover off of General Quarters so that he can actually move.
Did you see that?
I did. I did see it. Let me see. Again, reluctant to go charging forward just because we don't know what we're necessarily going to get ourselves into, so play conservative. Croyd, if you don't mind, give me an autogun shot on this guy. I don't know if that's going to count as a headshot, though, is the problem. Chat, what do you think? If we use the autogun, because we have the order that makes all shots headshots, which basically makes all shots instant kills, like, we know that doesn't count for the flamethrowers, but thankfully the flamethrower does extra damage to the Lost. But do you think that the autogun falls under that under that umbrella? It's not a bad idea. Let's try it. Let's do this for science, chat. Because logically, the autogun should also count. But because it's an ability and not a weapon, maybe the game doesn't think that it does. So we'll science the shit out of this, chat. Abilities are different. Everybody's saying abilities are different. See, that's what I'm afraid of. But we still gotta know. If it doesn't work, then we'll just reload, chat. Because I want to know for sure. Okay, there we go. The execution does count for the autogun.
How many is that now?
The more you know.
Tired of waiting around.
The more you know. Right, where is that the ladder? I can't really tell. So we'll just do this. Yeah, science team. Out here doing it again. General quarters, you're already in a good position. I'll move you over here. And then Grendler will put on Long Watch, just in case. Just in case. I mean, clearly you can see all the staticky business, which is that sectopod walking around. Hi, here we go, chat. This is where shit's probably about to get real.
Okay.
So we'll send up the Nosy, send up the tank. Alright, we got some Lost. That's not unexpected. I'm not seeing anything else, though. That's kind of strange. That's a little bit strange. But now that we've done that, let's go ahead and move the rest of our people up. And then we'll take our shots. Ah, there it is. There it is. Now, please, Sectopod, get close enough that Grendler can take a shot at you. Or maybe... 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 I don't know. Let's see what else we can do first. Let's Yeah, it's a turn to arm and 2 to fire. Well, it's 2 actions to fire. So basically, we would have to use one action now to arm the nuke, then we could potentially just shoot with general quarters this turn. And then next turn, he'd be able to fire. But I have no idea what the sectopod is going to do in that time. And that's the thing that concerns me. But you know what doesn't concern me? You know what doesn't concern me? Is 18 to 21 damage from downtown. Yeah, the supplies is also a consideration. Let's see what we can do about the armor first. How about that? Let's see what we can do about the armor on the sectopod. Let me see. I mean, we could do that, but then it's basically just going to destroy everything in the way. So maybe we launch the EMP bomb. It's going to bypass the armor. We could just fire a regular rocket. We could fire a guided rocket. Again, that's just going to bring in more enemies, but it's not the worst idea in the world. We're not gonna... Well, I mean, there's those supplies there, which is unfortunate. If I was to take a shot at the snake instead... Can I... Okay, so Magic Pixel does not destroy supplies, in theory. But it will bring in more Lost. And my fear right now is that the number of Lost is increasing. Alright, let's think about this. Let's think about this, chat.
Okay.
We'll bring up Serini. He's got the blaster launcher. So maybe the blaster launcher is better for this because not only is it a bigger blast radius, but it's also guided, so I can get it exactly where I want it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Well, that snake's having a bad day. Alright, so again, that is going to bring in more Lost, which we already knew, but...
Good to go.
That's alright, that's alright. And the reason that it's alright is because we have general quarters. And you're thinking, what does that have to do with anything? Well, the answer is pretty simple. General quarters can take 8 shots before he's got to reload. And that's more shots than there currently are Lost on the field. He's not quite a yes now, but he can still be very useful against the Lost.
Another one off the list. Target eliminated.
That ammo count. I like big mags, and I cannot lie, chat.
Next.
Alright, there we go. That clears the Lost off the field. And we can still potentially take a shot. I mean, that's a pretty hefty amount of damage. Yeah, let's do it. 9 damage ain't great, but I'll take it. Now, can Grindler finish the job? Oh yeah, easily. Not only can Grindler finish the job, they can finish the job without breaking a sweat. The only problem is, we're gonna lose some supplies when that sectopod blows up. Now, there's a couple of ways this can play out. I can take the shot now, and we lose 1 crate of supplies. Or we wait for the sectopod to advance, then we take him out, and then we lose potentially 2 or maybe even 3 crates of supplies. So as much as I hate the idea of blowing up supplies, I think destroying the sectopod where it is now is gonna be the best move that we can make. The lesser of 2 evils, essentially. Hack it. I mean, you know what? We could try. We could try. I don't know how good you're gonna be, Croyd, but we can certainly give it a shot. Let's get you up here so you got line of sight, and we'll see if we can hack it. You've actually got a 53%. Wait, this is instant? Hold up. Hold the fucking phone, chat. I thought this was a passive that just meant that whenever you hacked a unit, you kept it forever. You're telling me this is a triggered ability that just instantly succeeds? We have to science this, chat. We have to know. Because if so, that has completely changed how Croyd is going to be valued on these missions where we have to do hacks. If we can just instantly take control of a mechanical unit, no questions asked, that is busted AF. Let's see. Okay, no, we do still have to hack. Great, are you feeling lucky, buddy? 77% chance. But this is XCOM. Hacking for the gotcha. I mean, permanent control of the unit. I mean, okay, it's only gonna last for this mission. But even so, I know we gotta risk it, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Chat, we just got ourselves a sectopod. I wish I had known that that's how that worked ahead of time, because I would not have done all that damage to it before then. Life is unfortunate sometimes. Let's take the chance. Let's see if the Nosy can hit that thing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Got him.
Ended that snake with extreme prejudice. I mean, we got long watch, but we've actually got a shot at these guys. That's pretty crazy. Fuck it. Let's take the shot from downtown. 1 in 3 chance. 1 in 3 chance. I'm sorry, 1 in 4 chance of this.
The target is dead.
And Grindler hits the 3-point shot. Hits the 3-point shot.
Stop them dead.
Advent Commando, what are you doing? What the hell? He's just decided he doesn't want any of this shit. Alright, well. Things have gotten interesting. So, let's see. Sectopod can extend its legs to improve its range and weapon reach. Allow it to use the Wrath Cannon against elevated targets. It's a free action. Take a high stance for me, buddy. Which is essentially the robotic equivalent of puffing out its chest. Now, how do I do... Chad, I don't remember. What is the button to set waypoints? Because I need to have the sectopod walk around the supplies so that I don't blow them up. So what is the waypoint button? Because I don't remember. Is there not a waypoint button? Control, maybe? Let's see. Yep, there we go. If I do this, I think that's it. So if we do that, if we... I don't... There it is. That's what it is. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now we got a nice big scouty boy right in the middle. Right in the middle. I'm probably not gonna kill anything with the sectopod. Let me see. Thanosi, you might be able to get to a shot at this commando. I mean, I might have to use the sectopod to attack the commando, because
Heading there now.
he's in a little bit of an awkward position.
Advent troops here.
Oh, we got some more troops. Alright. Things just got interesting. Shit. And one of them's a Spectre. One of them's a Spectre. Are there any supplies over here? Because I'm thinking it might be getting a little nuclear in here in the near future. Croyd, you are currently exposed. Let's do something about that.
Let's move already.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that either. Okay, that's not going to work out the way that I wanted it to. So, actually, you know what? Croyd doesn't need any experience. Let's focus on the needs of the squad. Sereni, you're actually pretty close. Tell you what. Move you up here. And then let's, man. Honestly, I'm gonna have you reload. General quarters, my man, where you at? I need you to reload.
Time for a resupply.
And then I want you to take a couple shots at these lost and clear them off the field for me.
Target eliminated.
There we go.
Easy.
Now,
Affirmative.
get our mans moved up a little bit. As for Nokarian, I'm a little bit afraid of what's gonna happen if we don't, like, the Spectre could absolutely get in close and screw our people. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to, like, get away. Because I don't think fire's gonna work against a Spectre. Who else do we have? We got the Sectopod. You know, Grendler on that long watch, though. Do we have anywhere that we could jump to in this vicinity? Oh, chat. Can I jump into the tower? It's not gonna let me jump into the tower, is it? Now it's not. Damn it. There's no other elevated position. So I think we just long watch from here. And then if that Spectre decides to advance again across open ground, let's go on auto gun overwatch. The no-see, you don't really have a shot at this guy. Oh, you know what? EMP bomb right on top of that Spectre. I don't know if we're gonna be able to hit the mech with this, because I don't remember exactly where it went. Tell you what, we happen to have a scout. We happen to have a scout. I have no idea what he was shooting at. But that answers our question. Is the Chrysalid really gonna take a shot at the Sectopod? Well, that is not really what I was hoping to get out of my Overwatch. Okay. The Chrysalid with balls of steel. And that answers the question about the EMP bomb. So, can I get a magic pixel that will work on both of those mechanical enemies? I can indeed. You love to see it.
Here, catch!
Give me that EMP bomb, Thanosi. There we go. That's a mech down. And, that's the Spectre half dead. That'll work. I mean, I don't think there's a point in overwatching. Because again, fire's not gonna do anything to a Spectre. Let's see. Can emit a blast of lightning in a circular area around itself whenever it detects an enemy in melee range. Sure, why not? I don't think we'll ever get an opportunity to use that at any other point in the game, so fuck it. Let me see. I mean, no, Carrion, if I... God, the Shredder gun is too good. It's just not gonna do enough damage to actually kill the Spectre. So I'll save it. I'll save it, chat. We will just... I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna wait it out. So go ahead and hunker down for me, Nokarian. And let's see what this asshole's gonna do. Man. This Sectopod was the best thing we ever did. This sectopod, man. Cause like he's just drawing all the fire. It's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful, man. General quarters, can I move you anywhere where you will actually have a shot? Because I feel like the answer is no. We could guided rocket. I'll just move him closer. Let's just move him closer. Still want to be the one to kill it. Can it tap dance all over them? I mean, I wish we could just stomp on them to do damage. That'd be great. But I don't think that's allowed. Let me see. I'm gonna move... I hope that's not close enough for Thanosi to take damage. Tell you what, I'm gonna move him danger close. So I was hoping that we would reveal that Spectre, but we didn't. So we could taunt. Or we could just blast this dude in the face. And I'm feeling like blast him in the face is the answer. Yeah, I feel like that was the right answer.
Target neutralized.
It feels like the right answer. Let's see.
Yes.
I'm trying to bait out this fucking Spectre.
Yeah.
Sectopod, I hate to say it, but I think it might be the end of the line for you, buddy, because that's a lot of experience. And I don't want to give that experience up.
Here I come.
Still nothing. I don't like it, Chet.
Moving to Overwatch.
I do not fucking like it. Let's get No Carrion a little closer to the action. So that hopefully he can do something next turn. If I were to blow some acid through here, okay, it's not gonna reach the other side, so that's unfortunate. So we'll just wait it out.
Covering.
So we got Grendler and we got the Sectopod, so... Sectopod, buddy, you did good. And I appreciate your contribution to the war effort. However, I think it's time. I cannot actually get him up on the stairs. I'm trying to find a place where I can put him where he's not going to destroy all of the fucking supplies. I guess we'll just... God damn it. Because, like, I'm afraid he's gonna just walk through the supplies and blow them up. Let's see if that'll do it. Hopefully we will not blow up any supply. There we go. Outstanding. And then for some stupid reason, Grendler cannot see the... Okay, there we go. Chat. Everybody salute the Sectopod. He did good work. But that's a lot. That is a lot of free experience to be leaving on the table. So, he did good. He did good. We appreciate his service. Okay, you're gonna do what?
They got me.
Wow, okay. I didn't even know you could do that. Good to know.
We put our soldiers through a lot. They'll need time to deal with these issues when we get back.
Shot wide.
Let's see. 52%. I don't like it. I do not like it. Is it... Okay, it's just because of the full cover. Alright, that's easy enough to deal with. This donkey is... Unfortunately... I mean... I can put an end to your cover bullshit right now.
Death comes.
Where's your cover now, asshole? Alright, let's have Thanosi take out this commando. Oh, with the 16 crit. With the 16 crit, chat. Good lord. And no carrying you, my friend. I don't think you're gonna be able to do anything from here, but I'm still gonna try. If we can give this Spectre an acid bath, I'm absolutely gonna take the chance, but yeah, it's not gonna let me. It's not gonna let me, chat. That's okay.
Ready.
Let's go full cheese. Because technically that doesn't count as a move. And also, Grindler has the blue screen rounds, which are going to be extra effective against the Spectre.
This was the expected conclusion.
Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission
Because now that Grindler has Snapshot, it means that that's absolutely a thing that we can do now. And it seems cheap as fuck, but I mean, just saying. Alright, let's have a look at the debrief. We got Grendler putting in some work on this mission. 4 kills for 66 damage. Missed their Overwatch, but hit most of their other shots. Again, tiles moved 3,600 because that jetpack though. Then we got Croyd. Listen, I don't care what the stats say. Croyd got the hack on a Sectopod, and that's the first time we've gotten a hack on a Sectopod this campaign. So, I think that all by itself is worthy of note. So good job, Croyd, for the hack job. We got Thanosi. Look, it's an old picture. No nuke. Yeah, we didn't use the nuke this time. But this is an old picture. Thanosi picking up 5 kills with 90 damage. Hitting all of his shots. I think he picked up a fear of something because of that attack from the Spectre. We'll have to see. But he did okay. He did okay. Thanosi was doing good with the tanking abilities. Taunt especially. Definitely helped out with the engagement on the Mutons. So, again, he may not have done all the killing, but he took a bunch of shots, and that's kind of what the mechs are there to do. Soul shit or fuck murder. General quarters, picking up the MVP on this one. 14 kills with 196 damage. None of that is like bullshit. None of that is bullshit like skulljack damage. That's all just straight up damage. Like I said, the man was incapable of doing less than 10 damage this mission. Like, every single shot was doing more than 10 damage, even when he got the misses and the dodges. So, that's a pretty impressive turnout. 17 shots hit, almost 200 damage. Again, 12 of those were lost, but that's still a pretty impressive performance. Got Serini out there as well. Again, solid contribution to the mission, even if he wasn't necessarily one of the standout players this time around. And hey, you know what? At least I didn't send him in with a basic assault rifle this time, so there's that. And then no carrion. The man succeeding in spite of his skill tree, once again, hitting all of his shots with a flamethrower. An impressive metric by any measurement. The ability for a flamethrower trooper to hit 100% of their shots is almost unheard of. And yet here's no carrion doing the impossible. Minimum 10 damage sounds like a candidate for final mission. I mean, to be fair, it's mostly the gun. But General Quarters was the one using it. So good work all around for the squad. Put in a solid performance. I don't know if we're gonna get any promotions off of this. Hopefully we will. I'd like to see some folks get promotions, because we had a couple of people that were very, very close. So I'm hoping that the end of mission XP buff will get them over the hill.
Enemy lurks in the shadows, plotting to destroy.
The effort I put in while training, yeah, it is. It is. Just saying. 100% accuracy with a flamethrower is an impressive feat.
Zombie swarms. Just what we needed.
Unfortunately, no promotions. That's kind of disappointing. But only a couple of days out for everybody involved. So in spite of the folks that took the damage, they're actually not going to be spending that long in the infirmary. So I'll take it. Let's see. We got a bunch of crystals, a bunch of alloys. We got 2 Illyrium cores, Chet. 200 space shekels, a bunch of meld, and then of course all the corpses. So that supply run was certainly helpful.